Alex's journey into awesomeness. Hey, and welcome to another episode of Journey into Awesomeness. I'm your intrepid host, Alex, and today we're going to be talking about volatility. So, as if you follow stock markets, if you follow crypto markets, or a lot of these types of financial type things, you'll notice that, especially now in the time of COVID, there's a lot of volatility. There's a lot of up and down, a lot of back and forth, a lot of side to side, and so on and so forth. And it's very funny because out of all things that Warren Buffett could potentially recommend that a person do while their money is on a complete roller coaster of the stock market, is read a poem to calm yourself down. So, I have that poem today, and it's called If by Rudyard Kipling, which I've read another Kipling poem earlier on, and I hope that you enjoy that one too. But I really like this one, and I'm going to tie it into the law of attraction like I always do. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. If by Rudyard Kipling. If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you, if you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowances for their doubting too, if you can wait and not be tired by waiting, or being lied about, don't deal in lies, or being hated, don't give way to hating, and yet don't look too good, nor talk too wise. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two impostors just the same, if you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your life to broken, and stoop and build them up with worn-out tools. If you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss and lose and start again at the beginning and never breathe a word about your loss. If you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are gone, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on. If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings nor lose the common touch, if neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you, but none too much, if you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it. And, which is more, you'll be a man, my son. So I think it goes without saying that story, that poem, applies to both sexes equally. It's a fascinating poem, and it's a fascinating poem especially as regards the law of attraction, because we live in a whirlwind of distraction, of fear, of greed, of many things. And I'm not talking about the outside world necessarily. I'm talking about what we have going on inside ourselves on a moment-to-moment basis. So you got all that happening. We all do, to some extent, to various extents. Cut through that. And this is what I usually talk about. Cutting through all of that stuff to the center of it all, to the eye of the storm, to where it's quiet, where it's calm, where it's peaceful, where you can start to make a decision, moment to moment, about how you want to live your life, where you can start to make a decision about how you want to progress going forward. So he says, you'll be a man, my son, or you'll be a daughter, my lady, or you'll be a lady, my daughter. But what does that mean? That means you are master of your domain. And your domain is your body, your mind, your psyche. That's the only thing that we can ever be masters of. Everything else is pretty much outside of our control. And if we can master the things that are in our control, well then, the world is your oyster. I hope you enjoyed this particular episode. I will see you next time. And until then, bye-bye.